Hi guys, Dan's Dollars here. A very good evening to you all. So today's video is going to be a little bit different to normal. We are actually going to look at around 10 different pennies over the last 1,500 years. We really are going back in time today, and we're just going to have a little look at how much coinage really has changed and how much better the coins are now than over 1,500 years ago. So on the left, that is the newest one penny in United Kingdom circulation, the 2021 one penny, and on the right hand side, that is actually when the one penny coin got downsized to the size that we have today. One new penny there, 1971, and in this particular year, that is actually when decimalisation took place. Decimalisation is when we went from 240 pence to the pound to the 100 that we currently have in circulation today. The one penny got downsized from the coin that you see on the screen now, featuring the seated Britannia, but that design was around for a long time before the end in 1971. There was indeed a lot of coin changes in 1971 as well, but we are just going to stick to the one penny in this video. I have made a video on decimalisation before, but I will definitely do a recap video over the next few days. So we've got another 20th century penny on the screen now, this one featuring Queen Victoria. One penny, again, either side of the seated Britannia. This coin, again, larger than the one that we currently have in circulation today. And again, you would need 240 of these as well for that pound. However, because of inflation, one penny back in 1901 would be equivalent to £1.25 today. So you really wouldn't have to carry too many of these around. We're going to go back even further now to 1797. And we're going to look at one of the most iconic penny coins ever to be made, and it is the Cartwheel Penny 1797. The size of these coins is magnificent. They weigh 28 grams, and the fact that they are actually so big, it took them so long to make them, and even though some of them are still dated 1797, it did actually take them until 1799 to make them all. And the main reason that they are so large is because they are actually worth their weight in copper. We're going to go back further now, and this is when the shapes of the coins start looking a lot different. We're now looking back over 400 years, and back then there was no fancy machines for pressing out the coins and printing the coins. It was all done manually. This was done by getting a print, putting a piece of metal over it, and then they would get a huge hammer and whack the top of the precious piece of metal, and then the design there would appear on the coin. If you do have any super old coins at home, some of them might be off centre. Sometimes you do get that these days with coins, and they're known as error coins, but back then the prints were always different. There was no uniform across the coins. Every single one of them would have been slightly different. Coins back in the 1500s were made of precious metals, a lot more silver and gold in the coins, unlike the coins that we have today. And it really wasn't important about the shape of the coin, but it really was about the weight. People weren't bothered if they were round or not, just like this coin we have on the screen now. The Henry III penny, again, people really weren't bothered about the shape of the coin. It was all about the weight. And also back then, this is actually my most favourite fact of them all. We are all the way back now, 600 to 700 years ago. If you only wanted to spend half a penny, you could simply cut your penny in half. If something was a quarter of a penny, you could cut it into four. Now, you might see a lot of coins like this on the screen now on eBay, and a lot of sellers really don't know this. They might say broken coins, etc. But what they don't know is a lot of these coins have been purposely cut down to size so people can spend the exact amount of money on that product that they have been trying to buy. Now, unfortunately, you can't do that anymore, so please don't go tearing up your £20 banknotes and go into the shops with £10. As much as I would really like to do that, I would love it sometimes. Cut the £20 in half, especially for birthday cards. I mean, that would be brilliant. But please don't go chopping up your banknotes and coins. Unfortunately, we really cannot do that anymore. So we're going to go further back now to the Anglo-Saxon times, and we are going to reach the end of our story. Now, this coin around the 900 AD mark, and they weren't too much different before this one 300 years earlier. Now, this is a very good detailed copy of one of them. Again, I'm more than sure a lot of them would have been misprinted, somebody just hammering away all day. It would have been quite a good job because I'm sure not too many of them would have been minted, but I'm sure nobody would want to have done the 25 million Benjamin Bunny 50p's that are in UK circulation thank God that we do have a machine for all of them these days. Especially back in 1971 with the 1 penny as well, over 1.5 billion being made. You definitely would need a lot of arms for that one. So as you can see, the coins really have changed over the years, but they've kept to the same design, as you can see, with the portrait in the middle. You still do have the lettering there around the outside, and again, not much really has changed on these coins over the last 1,500 years, which really is crazy. Yes, the quality is a lot better. We've got the machines now. We don't have people hammering away all day, trying to make sure that those prints stay in the middle of the coin, as I think Wolverine's just come next door again. Apologies for the dogs again next door. So as I'm just saying, there really hasn't been much change the last 1,500 years. Again, the quality of the coins is much better, but the whole concept with the monarch in the middle, the lettering, the years on the outside, really has stayed the same, and I do believe, hopefully, it really will continue to stay the same as well. Hopefully we get some different back commemoratives. I don't believe that there was any of that back in the year 1600, but hopefully we can get some more commemoratives, different back coins into circulation before the end of this year. So that is the trip over the last 1,500 years with the 1 penny. Yes, we did miss a few of them along the way. However, it was just nice to have a little bit of a trip back in time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If anybody does have any other video ideas, please do comment them below as well. And I will make another video going over decimalisation and the big change from 240 pence to the 100 pence to the pound that happened on the 15th of February 1971. Hope you've all had a really nice weekend so far. Hope you've all had a nice chilled one. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.